And we are live. So yes, hey guys, and welcome to Dovetail Games Train Sim World, where today, the new route has come out. So today we drive on the Spessart Bahn from Aschaffenburg to Gemünden, and yeah, like I say, it's a new route back in Germany again because as we know, Dovetail Games go through that little cycle of all the routes. But yeah, like I said, it's a new route, and I think, at least for me, I'm quite excited about this one. I definitely am quite excited for it. So yes, the Spessart Bahn. A wondrous mix of steep gradients, scenic hillsides and swooping turns come to life in Train Sim World Spessart Bahn, a timeless freight-heavy and passenger-laden corridor through the heart of the German countryside. So yeah, like I said, it's always exciting when a new route comes out in Train Sim World. Welcome stream Kevin, welcome stream all you guys actually. How are you all doing today? Hope all is good. So yeah, like I said, it's always exciting when a new route comes out on Train Sim World. And of course, this will always be like a first reaction kind of thing for the very first time we do these routes. So I'm quite excited again because we are back in Germany with double-decker trains. I mean, this will be another couple of weeks of me talking about Finland again because of the double-decker train I took in Finland that one time. Anyhow, yes, the BR185.2 introduction, which is the new loco that comes in it. We have the repeat of the is it 145, the DB-BR145?
Welcome to this BR185.2 electric locomotive in DB Rayon livery. During this brief introduction, we will go through the startup and stop procedures.
Sounds good. Climb aboard to
Climb
get
aboard
started.
to get started.
Just pop in, and don't think we'll be sitting down just yet, because yeah, we need to operate the
will power up
battery.
the control desk and allow you to interact with it.
About 5 seconds, which wasn't very long enough that. How's life? Not too bad, not too bad. Again, busy at work, but glad to be back in front of
This
the
locomotive
stream.
draws power from the
So that's auto, and at the front, yeah, because you sit on the right hand side for German trains.
To get the locomotive up and running, set the master switch.
Alright, master switch to forwards or even to neutral.
Headlights are important in letting other
Master instrument lights on. Sets the signal lights to normal. Wait for the brake system to pressurise.
And let the brake system charge.
That
It'll
will
take a
be
minute or two.
on what gauge of brakes? It's one on the left, I believe. That is the brake pressure valve. There we go.
Now activate the pantograph so that it raises up and makes contact with the overhead catenary.
Pantograph up.
The locomotive is now ready to be energized. This is controlled. When stopped for longer periods of time, or when leaving the cab, a parking brake is engaged.
There we go.
Use the master switch to determine the
forwards.
direction of travel.
Who's the voice of this one? It's not Martin, is it?
The train brake is used for normal line operations.
No, it's not Martin's voice. I'm trying to think which one of the Dovetail Games team is doing this one. Pretty much Rossi ignored 2.0. There are definitely going to be similarities between the two. That I cannot deny. There will be similarities between the two.
Small amounts of traction should be used to overcome initial friction and prevent overpowering the electrical system.
Right, a bit more power in. Let's go train up into speeds. There we go. Slowly but surely, we will get this loco moving. A bit more throttle in. Can I not? Okay. Yeah, this is the automated part of the tutorial where I now have no control over the train. Not the bit I quite enjoy, but hey, I'm sure that once we do get a bit of speed and distance going, we will be able to take back control of our train. So, yeah, like I say, new routes, new start for Train Sim World, and it'll be interesting to see how this one goes, actually, because, again, it's a German route, it's not my main foray, and I did enjoy the last American route, actually, so I think Germany's now towards the bottom for me when it comes to Train Sim World routes. But it'll still be interesting. It'll be interesting. See what new stuff Dovetail can pull out for this next couple of weeks. There we go.
Now we're rolling, we can apply more power, and focus can be diverted towards achieving a desired speed.
Man, they let us coast on that for a long time. I presume I should have put a bit more power in the throttle. Let's get to like 7 miles per hour, which was the limit there, a bit quicker. hopefully it's not too laggy for you guys. I know sometimes my streams, especially first time on Train Sim World, can be a bit slow. You seem alright for now. You do seem alright. We'll carry on rolling. There we go.
Coasting is a method used to easily move without engaging power. On a flat gradient, this is great for maintaining.
There we go.
To bring this freight train to a safe stop, only a small amount of braking force is required. Practice and experience will teach you how much force you'll need.
Alright, so yeah, sounds a case of playing the brakes, get slow down. Welcome Joshua, welcome, how you doing today? Welcome to the stream, welcome to the chat. Right, now I could stop anywhere between here, and that will make a point ahead of us. In fact, anywhere between the, anywhere before the red signal. Like I say, Train Sim World's quite lenient in terms of ways stopping the train. Yeah, we're gonna have a few, people will be calling this Rusik 2.0. Welcome Sharpies, welcome stream, welcome to chat, how you doing today? Yeah, there will be definitely a few calls for Rusik 2.0, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see how Dovetail managed to break this. I mean, like I said, this is a first look for me. I've not really seen much. Oh right, I actually have to need to go up to that waypoint, unlike all passenger services, which is anywhere on the stop points. So use the brakes a bit more, throttle them. And that's yeah. So Dovetail will need to try and break the image that some people already have, which is that it's going to be Rusik 2.0. We'll see where they go with that for sure. Anyhow, I need to put some power in, and I have already. What have I done? Throttle off, throttle on. There we go. We are now moving. Bit of wheel slipping, put a little bit of power in. And like I said, it's mainly just controlling the throttle to get the train up to a desired speed. Right, 4.5 miles per hour. That should be, it's a bit more in actually. There we go. And brakes, not yet. Brakes now. Maybe a bit too far, but we'll see. Yeah, that's fine. Cool.
Good work. That concludes all the basics of this locomotive.
Sounds good. There we go. DBBR 185.2 introduction from Aschaffenburg Hauptbahnhof to Aschaffenburg Rail Yard. I'm gonna get these names mixed up for a little bit, but yeah, that's our first little run in that train. So back to the main menu. We'll then do the next set of tutorials. In fact, the same tutorials for the previous routes, wouldn't they? Previous locos. But before we do that, let's have a quick look at the trailer for the game. At least the trailer for this new DLC, which I'm sure will be a little thing to look at. Yeah, definitely some things worth looking in there. I think the main big one, though, being the train destination board's now working. That actually, yeah, I'll talk about that actually, because I know all the way back from Grey Western Express, there were a few like almost complaints that there were no like destination boards and whatnot working in The Sims. So it's nice to see it included. It's definitely nice to see it included. Anyhow, yeah, so these are scenarios. Like I say, every Thursday we'll be doing one of these scenarios, so do tune in for those. Otherwise, not too bad. Around half an hour in length, some of the longer ones towards the end. But for the most part, drop-stop delivery actually, that doesn't sound too bad. Do a new refurbished train to the area, complete the last leg into Aschaffenburg. Cool. So actually, looking into that as well, because that's length of the entire line, about 45 minutes each service will be. But now, let's go for the fun part, these services. So, oh yeah, the 143 does make a return, along with the 18... What was the last one, in fact? It was the 1843, and it was the 146, that's it. And the 185, which is a new loco for this DLC. And then, of course, the 766 Doppelstockwagen. Right, well, so he's going to a service. I'm sure we all love the double-decker train. So, we shall go for that one first. Let's pick a service actually, so something that goes from start to end. Gemünden to Aschaffenburg. I must remember that, Aschaffenburg. Anyhow, so that service, it's an all-stop service. I mean, we get a chance to really put train to test, so let's get a nice idea of what the entire route looks like. Something that, as we go on, we'll get a good chance to see. So, let's let the sim. And let's get this one going. Stick it in here as well, if I can find it. There we go. Unlock doors on the right hand side. And while we're here, let's just go and look around. So, not unlock doors. Go back. Why is it not unlocking the doors? Start the train quickly. So, brake key comes on. We'll do this manually then, I guess. Doors. Which one's the door lever again? I need to select the sides. So reverser. Oh, there we go. Now power's in the train. That's probably the issue there. I wasn't taking power because the reverser was set off. So, quick look around. Gemünden, Mann. I like the sounds actually. Schönen guten Abend. Welcome, Weiselbert55. Guten Abend. Yeah, so first look at the new stations, and well, it's big. I have to give that. Trees probably couldn't mind a few more of those, but for the most part, there's a fair bit going on here. Not very lively. Wouldn't mind seeing a few more passengers. Again, Dovetail Games, one of the main things that people have commented on. But besides that, there's definitely stuff going on here. I'm not sure what loco we have at the back today. We'll go have a close look at that after we get this train going. In fact, I may need to turn my graphics down slightly because we are tanking it at the moment slightly. We'll lock the doors. Make sure reverse it sets to forwards. Train's all ready to go. Brakes now running. Throttle goes up. I've done something wrong. Release that. Brakes are released. Brake keys on. Brake overcharges off. Doors now closed. Oh yeah, power is going. That's it, sorry. Because the engine's at the back, I can't actually hear the loco from the front here. So I can just put the throttle up and we should get going. It would be so cool to get a double-decker train. Hang on, let's look at my graphic settings. Something I may need to tone it down slightly. Would be... where are they? Not even set that particularly high. Oh god, I'm not setting that to low. In fact, it's high. Shadows can stay low. Effects medium. Post process can go down a bit. Effects can maybe go no. Visual distance and text quality go high. Alright, I'll give that a go. Oh yeah, that is already much better. Much better. Whoops, not paying any attention to speed there. start slowing this train down. It's 1.7 miles to our first station, Langen-Prozetzen. Cool if you had double decker train in the UK. Actually, going back to the 1930s, there was a double decker train in the UK. Although it was not a very good one, and they kind of staggered each of the passenger compartments. But yeah, in short, the reason why double decker trains will never work in the UK is because of the infrastructure. The entire UK network is based off of Victorian era standards. As a result, yeah, it's just never going to work because tunnels are too small and trains are going. Did you use the ZZA yet? The ZZA? I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I'm not exactly #1 for German trains, at least I don't use them as much. So I do apologise if I don't get quite some of the acronyms yet for this. I do apologise that the sound is muted. I just realised that is the case. Do apologise for that. Yeah, so 143 is the rear loco here. Stop location 1 mile. Use this marker. Destination. No, but thank you for reminding me. So turn it on. We are going to Aschaffenburg. Select, and now there we go. We have got a destination board. Thank you for reminding me that, Anime Fan 4000. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's it. With the proper dot matrix display as well. So I wonder, hang on, if I change camera, I'll leave it there. Set my destination to there. Okay, it's an instant change. It's like I'm going to change the dots slowly as time goes on. But, no, it's, like I said, it's quite nice to see the CERN properly working in this train. Right, why is there no power going into this loco right now? I do not know. As well, we're accelerating is the question. There we go, that's looking much better. How much did it cost? It was cost... No problem, mate. Gem's going to here to help you. Cheers, man. Cheers, Matt. Donker. Yes, how much did it cost? It costs £19.99 on the sale, so the pre-release sale. Now it costs something like £24.50 post-sale, so it's for release. So, yes, if you're looking to get train sim mod routes, it's best to get them while they're still on pre-order. But, actually, they go on sale fairly often now, actually, train sim mod. Every season they do a sale, and, like, every second DLC back goes super cheap. So, yeah, it's not too bad, the pricing structure of this sim. Does get a lot of stick for their pricing, but I've never really seen that too much. Just like the UK accents. My accent's horrible compared to most Brits here, I'm afraid. I'm sure you'll find many more Brits out there who have a nicer accent than mine. Anyhow, that's maybe a bit of an overbreak there. But that being said, I'd say not exactly a long platform this, not exactly a wide one, so... Train to a halt. Bear in mind the rear loco is just a driver cart. We probably could get away with stopping a little early. Not the right. Yes, the door open close. I keep forgetting, where is the door side selector? Somewhere over here. Turn on power. Reverser. There's this little thing we select which side the doors open on, but no, I always forget. Anyhow, quick look at the area. A little bit more stuff going on here compared to the previous station. So I've got 2 missions that start here as well, so we'll get a chance to look at those later on in the videos. But besides that, again, not too bad. In fact, we did make all the platform anyway, so I'm gonna lose out on that. Let's go have a walk around, shall we? Actually, leave the cab and stand here with the passengers. A lot of people did the boards. It's 8 in the morning, so we're coming up to 9 in the morning now, 20 to 9, so I'm not sure where everyone's going. Now lock the doors and get ready for this next part of the journey. Close the door, sit down, lock the doors. Pretty nice. Wish I could do Frankfurt to Cologne, MBS. Frankfurt to Cologne, I mean, the previous route, Russ ignored. That I actually found out recently. That's actually the final station does go on the south bit of Frankfurt. I never realised how close that was until quite recently. So that's quite a nice little map someone made showing off all the train sim world routes, exactly where they are in the world. Whatever you do, don't mention the war. Yeah, so there's a lot of people leaving the train there. This train is now probably empty. 5 miles to Lord Barnoff, next station. Is it too much to ask? I want to see the pantograph sparks like in classic train sim. Pantograph sparks would be interesting. So sparks and culling when they go up and down and when they like miss the wire or something. That's something that happens in the real world. Although, something that's yet to happen in train sim, I believe. Where's the pantograph? It'll be on the rear loco. I mean, what I like about this is the fact that the pantograph does physically move with the cable. So it does bump around, it does bounce and whatnot. But you are right, like sparks, culling and other effects would be quite interesting. Bro, you're from India. Welcome. It's not quite Indian, but I do know a bit of Tamil, Vanakam. Yes, so you're from India. Yeah, question. Is this Train Sim World CSX? This is Train Sim World. CSX is no longer the official name for it, so I sure does speed actually quite fast. So CSX Heavy Haul was the original game way back in the day. And basically, they then recently repackaged Train Sim World to now include CSX, Great Western Express, Rapid Transit, and Northeast Corridor, all as one. So all 4 of those routes became CSX, now just known as standalone Train Sim World. So yes, this is Train Sim World CSX, but the route I'm on today, mine Spessart, is a DLC. Now, thank you Dovetail Games for bringing back road traffic as well. I mean, there are actually cars driving the roads now, I've just realised. They have come back. Oh yeah, thank you for subscribing as well. Thank you for subscribing. But yeah, it does look like that. With this DLC, a lot of the concerns from previous routes have now been looked into and solved. So, again, thank you Dovetail. You've given us the road traffic back on the roads. Going way too fast now. I'm going to need to put a bit of braking in. Not too much though. Just enough to get that back down to 80. Thank you, Mads, for subscribing. Much appreciated, man. Much appreciated. Apologies for the little image of the plane. I do need to set that to the train, which I'll try and do in the background now. Just under 3.5 miles now to Lorne Barhof. I've now driven 7.6 kilometers in the 767. Doster Gen 4, the Doppelstockwagen. And yeah, otherwise not looking too bad so far. Definitely making some nice progress on the journey. So another line to our right coming in. Let's actually have a look at the map. What's this? So yeah, we've got another line that cuts across north-south here. In fact, it goes over this one underneath that, so that'll be interesting to look at later on, once you do go back to that end of the map. Here's the starting station, and then as we carry on, next station is there, branch heading south, and then of course when we get to the destination, here's the passenger terminus, while down here is all the freight, all the changing, everything that will probably make what the route is, because this definitely does look more like a freight based route compared to other ones. Other ones are fairly mixed passengers and passenger cargo mix. This one does look a lot more predominantly fixed on just the freights. So in a couple moments, in fact, we can go up to full speed now. Seeing that speed does go up to 100 and we should have kilometers, shouldn't we? Where's the miles per hour? Celsius, Imperial, so that's a metric. There we go, we're now driving kilometers per hour, which is what we would be using in Germany. There you go, 2.4, yeah, 2.4 kilometers. Changing a few things on my right-hand monitor. Again, do also focus on the train as well, since we will need to start braking very soon. Again, being a German loco, braking is not really an issue I'm going to have. We should be alright to come to a halt well before the end of the platform, no matter what. Especially towards the higher up braking, when it can get quite strong, the brakes. There we go. Platform's now coming into view. And it seems quite a long platform as well, so we do have plenty of time to kind of coast towards the end as well. Alright, max braking. In fact, it's not even that, because again we're just going to go well too fast. Well too fast and well too far. And doors open. There we go. So, welcome to Bahnhof. Close we get to destination Aschaffenburg. I will remember that by the end of the stream. Aschaffenburg. Yeah, definitely getting more populated. Towns and villages definitely a little bit more bigger. And there should be a McDonald's outside actually the Aschaffenburg station when we do get to the end of that. So we'll see if we have like a little restaurant model or something going on there. Right, what I want to do is now go to there. Passengers should be loaded very soon. How many people are actually on board? Because we see some people leaving, but I don't see many getting on board. The train is, yeah, it's fairly packed. Fairly packed. That might be Delta worth getting out of this. Ooh, destination pause on the side also don't quite work. Somebody, go ping Matt Pedalson a message about that. Nah. Might be their way of getting out of that by filling the train. The platforms don't need to be quite as populated. Anyways, throttle goes up. Train should theoretically move. There we go, slowly but surely. Power goes in. As always, there is a slight delay, being in the trailer car, which is basically a remote control for the driver car at the other end. So, yeah, you do expect a slight delay as the signal goes through the trains, especially with a longer train. Shorter trains aren't quite as bad, but longer trains do have their downsides, I guess. Not quite downside, but it's just really, again, just comes down to physically how long it takes for the signals to get towards the rear of the train. You can actually check how many carriages I do have. 5.4 kilometers to Partenstein, next station. Yeah, it'll be interesting kind of see how long the loco is. Sounds good. So, how are you guys doing right now? Yes, undershot. How are you guys doing right now? Anything in particular you guys want to see actually as well about the routes? I mean, always with a new route. I don't think this one was the best for pre-sale, but I know that has sparked a bit of interest as well with the Trains and Wild viewers. So, if there's anything you guys want to know about the new service and whatnot, then do ask, and I'm more than happy to show you. whether it be like part of the routes, new sounds, anything like that. I'm more than happy to look into. Maybe even speed limits as well. I'll try and find useful to follow. Yeah, I felt a little bit breaking in since this is the outer city line, where we do follow the valley for a little bit and curve around the track. Just need to get that pointer there to something a little bit slower. There we go. Nice, put a little bit of throttle in, just keep the train from going too slow. Road to our left again, curving around the valley. And there would be a river over there. Yes. Is that a river? Possibly. Might not even be a river here. Trying to think of my route knowledge again. I just set the camera down here though on the roadside. That view could have been so much more. Anyhow, 2 kilometers to go until the next station. We are not getting any power on the train right now, so I'll turn the throttle off and power back up again. Come on. There we go. We are now accelerating again. Yeah, Doppelstockwagen has always been a bit of a slow accelerator compared to others. Originally it's stream, not a river. Okay, so it's a stream. It's a stream that follows the track. That being said, I think most of my viewers right now will be German here. So, and I must put my 1 year of German back in year 6 primary school to good use. Guten Tag. That's about it really. Danke. Ein, Schwein, dry. What's 4 again? You live in this area. Oh, do you live in this area? How does it look then compared to oh gosh. What am I doing? Not paying any attention to the service. Not paying any attention whatsoever, which will cause me to... I mean, it's going to count. Watch this. I mean, Dovetail Games, as long as the train stops, as long as part of the train stops on the platform, it will let me do this. But, yeah, not paying attention is what I'm doing, Leo's trains. Oh, it happens every time I stream. Yes, I'm doing the new route, the main Spessart line for Dovetail Games Train Sim Worlds, and yes, putting my amazing train driving skills to the test, quite obviously. Can't really tell the tail lights there. Surprisingly close to real worlds. That's the thing about Train Sim World. I mean, the first couple of routes were a bit 50-50 with the realism, but as time went on, Dovetail Games got better, their technology and whatnot. I mean, like I say, this route, Marne Spessart, I'm expecting it, as I say, to be a very freight-oriented route, but there'll be plenty of screenshot opportunities as well. I mean, the scenery genuinely looks beautiful, and the fact that the cars are populated again, the roads are back, it's going to be good to see. It's going to be good to see. We finally have people driving on the roads. Anyway, let's lock the door. Interesting pantograph designs as well. Very European. You would not find anything like that here in the UK. Just let the brakes release, and then yeah, the train now departs. Soon. Give it a second. And that's rolling downhill. I need power up now. Come on, there we go. Power in, train can now get going. Problem being downhill as well. As I say, the delay will always cause the train to not react exactly as you want it during the first couple of seconds. Yes, we've got 5 passenger cars, including the double stock wagon we're in right now, the driver car, but 6-car train overall. Next station is Weisthal in 6 kilometers, although we do have a red in 3.2, so we'll need to come to halt for that shortly. Possibly passing train, I'm not quite sure, we'll see what happens in a moment. Around 20 FPS right now on my sim. Well, bearing in mind I am running the game slightly below spec. It's not too bad, not too bad. I'm sure someone with a higher spec system will be able to run this a little bit better than I am at the moment, for sure. Welcome Owen, welcome back to the stream, welcome back to chat. How you doing today? How you doing? Have you had a chance to try this route just yet, or are you still holding out for Marn Spessart? So remember you saying that you're not quite into your German roots. There you go, dual yellow. We'll start putting the brakes on now, just to slow us down. And hopefully soon that red aspect will turn green for us. I believe we are slightly delayed on the service, but hey, that must have been a job for Total Games to get loads of cars on the roads. Yes, you are right actually, because I remember for so long there was no sign of cars on the roads, no sign of people like populating the world. There were a few on the original service, CSX Heavy Haul, but after that, I remember they were too heavy on the frames, which is why Dovetail Games got rid of them. But if they've managed to sort it out and bring them back again, then of course I'm glad to see it. Definitely glad to see it. Alright, 200 meters or so until the next rail. I can see it just ahead of me now. So, to get to that bridge, slowly apply a bit more braking in. And in a moment, bring the train to a halt. And we'll check the map as to what's causing the red signal. Might possibly pass. Denied, no route available. That is fine. There we go. Good, thanks. You haven't upgraded from Chromebook. I mean, you can't play on non-web-based games. Oh, you're on a Chromebook. Okay. I think it's actually be able to get out of that very soon. Alright, so yeah, there's a freight train ahead of me, a freight train, and somebody waiting at the station. So you'll need to move, then you'll be able to move, and then I will be able to move, of course. So now we'll have to wait for a service here to leave the station. So what I will do is if I go to free cam, would it be possible to go as far as the next station? Kind of get an idea of what's going on. So you should see a freight train at the moment, it's just around the corner. We'll just zoom ahead, kind of get like a cheeky little preview there for the upcoming part of the route. It's quite a long distance actually towards it. There you go, dual yellow. Surprised it's a dual yellow, not a red then, if that is the case. If it is, then I should be able to move forwards. There's the freight train carrying 100,000 German cars out of the factory, all coloured white, all exactly the same model. And it must be mass producing these things. And then yeah, you're at a red because you, here at the station, We are waiting for you to depart first. And you are waiting for nobody. In fact, you don't even have a driver on board. Alright, so let's see if we can, whoops, change that. Be very careful with the camera inside the train, because if I touch any surface, that happens. No, I'm too far away from the controls. No, can't be done. Can't be done. So what is the service actually waiting for then? I mean, if he's stuck, then that means that I can't really go at the moment. German railways are much more advanced than the British ones. Double-decker trains, advanced in-cab signalling, fast line speeds. There's us with the 143s, of course. Well, the main reason for double-decker train, like I said earlier in the stream, is down to the fact that in the UK, because we are based on Victorian infrastructure, tunnels and tracks and whatnot tracks are too narrow and the tunnels are too small. I mean, if you look at somewhere like Finland and Russia, they use the wide gauge track, and as a result, their trains are much wider, much bigger, much more spacious. Likewise, if you're not going to move anywhere, then unfortunately for me, that means I now cannot continue the service. I need to go back to the main menu. Annoying, but that's what happens if the service doesn't quite go to plan. So if we go to service again, we shall try the return journey for it. Not that, sorry, I'll do a service, not a scenario. So, let us go for the 143. I've always quite liked the 143. So, we are starting at Aschaffenburg. We'll do a later service actually. Aschaffenburg to not Heinebrücken. I want to go the whole way. There we go. No? There we go. 16:34, so towards the start of the later rush hour. Give it a second to load. There you go, Spessart Bahn. It's going to be a very beautiful route, this one. Like I say, screenshot wise, probably the main focal point for it. People getting their views in and whatnot. So we'll do this service, and then we'll do a freight run from somewhere to somewhere. So get a few seconds of loading. There you go, Russ ignores the previous service. Although, again, quite a few similarities between the two. That we cannot deny. There are definitely similarities. On the right, this one has the door panel somewhere. Somewhere. Reverser forwards, trains in power. Right, yeah. Passenger door. What are we doing? What are we doing? Unlock left. There should be a little switch somewhere which determines what side doors open and close. There we go. Door select to right. That's it on here. Though as for why this train won't open, let's just do it manually. I knew about our railway being narrower. Didn't realise Russia's wider gauge track. Also Spain, as well as something about stopping France from invading by rail when they were new. Not sure about the French and Spain connection. I might look into that one. Anyhow, so our train doors now open. And while we're at it, have a look around the town. There should be a McDonald's somewhere out here. Dovetail Games, where's my McDonald's? Yeah, I'm not expecting them to license a restaurant like that. Interesting station though. Very interesting. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. Here we go. What's the information about us today? I presume it's similar to before, telling us how the service is being upgraded and whatnot. Right, lock. Here we go again. I'm not quite sure why we can't control the doors from the back like that. In fact, if I start driving, brake valve off, release the brakes, power in. Now we're rolling backwards, that's not what I want at all. Brakes, put power in. Reverse forward, instrument lights on. Oh, I know what's going on. Train line power on. Train lights, pantograph up. Instrument lights, test lights. Where is the yeah, it should be train line power. I'm doing something wrong, aren't I? So from here, let's go to the panel. Make sure that we have got power in the train. PZB, we're not touching the safe controls just yet, because I don't quite understand the German ones, I'm afraid. That all looks active, that all looks good. Back to the front. Auxiliary power, I want headlights fine, cab lights fine. What is stopping us? Other than my non-understanding of this train. Horn, sand. What are we doing? What are we doing? Nope, you have to do this manually. Sorry, go through the door. Whoops. Train Simulator's camera. It's the only pain sometimes this game does cause. Doors closing. 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 Doors are closed. Right, doors will be closed. And then I can now put the power in. There we go. So, why can't I control the passenger doors from this loco? I don't know. I'm sure there's nothing I've missed out. I mean, we are going, so there is power running through the train. Auxiliary drive doesn't matter that. Auxiliary release. I'm not sure. Thank you for subscribing, Clemens. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Emergency brakes are there. You've got our direct brakes and driver brake. All looks good. Only thing that doesn't look good is my driving, of course. So, 5.6 kilometers even, sorry, to Hossbach, which will be our first stop of the day. I'll service that should be scenic, should be quite scenic this. There we go, connecting back into the main line now. Where the track does widen out a bit now. Although it does get narrower as we start to enter the valley here in central Germany. Right, coming up to, in fact we now increase speed here on the IFB. In fact, that is a top speed train there, 120 kilometers an hour. So no need to keep an eye out for that. Now, does this train have a destination display? It does over here, although it's that's not a destination display. Either way, if it does, this is non-functional. Mainly because this train doesn't actually have a destination display at the front, so nothing to stick onto. Now that we are the bold guy again, apparently. I'm sure that's not my character, but yeah, he is bold. Yeah, the character models have jumped around as of recent. What's going through? This is the door toward the exit, and this one's to the engine room. Let's go out to our top speed now of 120 kilometers an hour, and then shortly we will start braking for the next station. Thank you for donating, Owen. Thank you for donating, much appreciated. Can't afford a sponsor at the moment, but there you go. No worries, man. No worries. Always appreciated. Always is appreciated. In fact, if I open the tip jar, no, if I open the tip jar, you should appear in a moment. Just going across the screen. In fact, if I tip jar there, it should be. There we go. Oh, it's in subscribers as well. So yeah, drop those into the cup. Thank you very much. Just quickly move the cup across the screen. There we go. In fact, it should be around where my arm cuts off, which is there. Lock into place. It's good. Yeah, thank you very much, man. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. That £2, I'm sure, will go towards a nice DLC or thing in the future. I'm going to start braking now. Woo, that was a very fast spin to the points there. Did not realise we'd be using points this part of the journey. Yeah, nice and quiet in the cab. Generally is quite quiet in these cabs, must say. Especially in the double stock wagon, the other ends, because again there is no engine motors or anything there. No engines, no generators, no nothing. So it's just pure silence. Anyhow, let's put a bit more braking in now to try and stop before the end of the platform. Release the brake pressure. And just like that, let's get down to the end of the station platform here. So, will I be able to open the doors this time? Let us find out. Right hand sides. Answer is no. I don't understand why I cannot control the doors from the cab of this train right now. But open the front door manually, that seems to be enough for me. Train is coupled, train is set up correctly. I just don't see why I have no control over the rear cab. So if I can try and run to the back quickly. Try and get an idea to see what's going on right now. Got to go, been given half-time homework. No worries, man, no worries. Again, thank you very much for the donation. And yeah, I'm sure I'll see you very soon. Unfortunately, I will not be at the Alexandra Palace Railway Show. Unfortunately, I'm in Poland for that week, so I'll have to give it a miss. But I'm sure I will be at another show very soon with Dovetail Games, so don't forget to see you then. Don't forget to see you then. Alright, what is the problem with this loco? In fact, this doesn't seem to have any power whatsoever at all. Not throttle. The reverser is off. I think that's a neutral, maybe. Right, close the doors. I need to squeeze. In fact, we'll just teleport to the front. Nope, that's not worked at all. We've teleported to the wrong cab. There we go. So if I can now get back to the front of the train, fingers crossed we'll be able to get going now. Probably not exactly how you solve this issue, but as long as it gets me going again is the main thing. So back to the front, climb aboard. Climb aboard, I say. There we go. Sit down and power in. If it the brakes, probably be quite helpful. So release the brake pressure and then power in. answer that would be no. Why? Because the yeah, it's going to be that same issue as that. Train is set to neutral back, not off, so both of them are now mutually disagreeing with each other. What I think I will do is drive a different train, because I have completely forgotten how to drive this one. Oh gosh, Drawyah, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Right, let's go for a freight train, shall we? We'll go for the 146. No, I'll go for the 185. This is the new one for us. We'll go in the Railion livery here. Then we'll pick a freight service, preferably to take in charge of. Assuming this is a freight service and not a passenger one. There you go, drive fast freight, westbound. I'd rather do an eastbound one, but there we go. Heigenbrücken to the end of the routes for this one. Right, so yeah, again, anything in particular you want to see, feel free to let me know in the chat. I'm more than happy to go take a look at that. So, we're now going to take a quick look at the freight service before we do another passenger run, hopefully in a different loco. We are carrying, I'm not quite sure what this would be, but we're carrying something. Alright, continue into Gemünden siding 105. Brakes set to running, powers all off, reverser into forwards. We'll set the RFB to on. Throttle to the speed limits, and then power up to maximum. Next signal is actually red, so should be a little bit careful with that. In fact, we'll cut the AFB until the signal goes green. Train's now powered up and ready to go. Direct rule from London. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that, I'm afraid, but yes. I mean, I am a Londoner myself, so hey, what can I say? Who are we waiting for? Why can we not go just yet? Answer is because of... Oh, ahead of me, you're on the other track. Yeah, we're waiting for you. That makes sense, actually. So as soon as you pass, we will go. We'll be able to catch a nice screenshot of this passing train. We'll be very timely with this one. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. I'll have a look at that properly in a moment. But yeah, we're going to pass at full speed, and then we shall be right behind you once it gets to the next block there, next signal block. That means you'd like Great Express. Yes, I did. In fact, I've been on the Great Express a few times, mainly between Paddington and Maidenhead. I go to quite a lot, so yeah, it's been a few times. There has been a few times. Maidenhead, a very nice area actually, I will say. A very beautiful town, Maidenhead. A few city even actually. Especially up and down the River Thames and towards the city around the old clock tower. Right, once you pass the next signal, ours should no longer be reds. Question is, where is the next signal? There's a red one there. There really are no signals in this part of the track, I must say. Oh no, there is one right there. So, once you pass that, we shall be ready to go on the move. There we go. So, throttle in. now goes in. Test the turn the AFB on. Sets that. Whoops. What am I done wrong? I'll get AFB one day. What's that 40 kilometers hours? Seen your videos on Grace Express and your testing live stream. You are a capitalist. Capitalist. I'm not quite sure how to answer that really. Am I a capitalist? I mean, I'd presume so, being a Londoner, and I'm certainly not communist. Where's the FB switch again? I'm not too sure. But certainly not activating, that is the case. Throttle. If you are, then you have a cure. Right, okay. Alright, so there we go. Now it's starting to slowly pick up speed. Don't understand why AFB is not turning on, but hey. And something along the lines of throttle needs to be off. Was it minimum? It's not max either, so I'm not quite sure. Oh yes, I'll just drive about it then. So, 24 kilometers until our stopping location at Gemünden. Which I guess, yeah, it's just the entire length of the map, isn't it? In fact, we're about halfway through the track right now. Yeah, go over the split points, go past the main station. Not really past it, we're just going to different parts of the track towards the start of it. You can slightly hear the cars in the game, which is cool. Can you? In fact, yes, you can. If I quickly go find a car on the main roads, this here ain't a main road, so I'm not going to be able to see them. But when they are, then the cars do have the like noise them passing by. So there you go. It's up here, the main road. I just got to wait for a car to go by. In fact, if we camp out here. You will see the train go up in a moment. To cure capitalism, we need direct rule from London. We must destroy Canada. Right, okay. There goes our train, eventually makes it across the screen. There we go, that's it. AFB throttle needs to be at the maximum before it can activate. Right, now I remember how it works. Throttle goes up, train control its own speed. Thank you, Drawyah, you eventually remembered. Right, so at this point we can now kind of sit back, relax, and let the train drive on its own, really, as it manages its own speeds. I will slowly get back to remember these trains. I'm disappointed I couldn't remember the the rear end of the doppelstock wagon can open the doors, but besides that, shouldn't be too bad a service, this one. And we are carrying freight, so nothing can really go wrong for us. Touch wood. Touch wood. But no, I will say, while my driving's not really up to scratch, the route itself is. The route itself is. It looks beautiful. Visually, maybe the nicest looking train sim mod routes. As I say, whether or not it'll be the most popular, we'll see in the long run how it goes, but it's not looking terrible. I mean, I've already had one viewer tune in saying that he lives in this area, so definitely nice for them to kind of like have their own local routes going up and down the line in Trains and Worlds. I mean, Great Western Express for me is not my most local, but here in London, it's definitely a service I do take fairly often, so it's definitely getting nice to have it. I mean, I've been up as far as Reading as well before. It's good to see. I need to load AFP slightly. Yes, it's nice to have it up to Reading, which I have been to as well. But besides that, we'll see where it goes in the future. Anyway, station coming up now. There you go, 185 kilometres in the 185. So get you a little award for that as well. Where is this? This is in central France. Central Germany. Yeah, central Germany near Strassen. So it's about, how is this route? Something like 30 kilometres long, this one. I don't actually have the official number for the length of this route because I never actually checked it beforehand. Normally I do, but on this one occasion I did not. There goes our Railion freight service. Goes continues into service. We'll actually also slow down the train a little bit. It's about 110 the MAFB. No, it's the main road I'm trying to find. It's the right. All the cars have disappeared. Hello again, man. Welcome back. How am I? Not bad. Not bad. Enjoying the new train sim mod routes. Giving this a go today, which doesn't look too bad. As I say, visually, it's amazing, but service-wise, we're going to get a good feel for that more later in the week when I do the normal services, I think. Because right now, as a first go, we'll see how it goes. Still no idea what British person's talking about. Germany's an evil empire, wants to destroy the direct rule from London. They aid the Canada. Yes, yes they do. Anyhow, 17 kilometres to go. 17 kilometres. In fact, no, because when I started it was around 27, so it's probably a bit longer than 30 kilometres. Maybe 40, 50 kilometres long the service is. Did you finish all the long line railroad scenarios? Yes I did. Yes I did. And the last one was uploaded last Wednesday. So yes, all the long line railroad ones have now been uploaded. I do apologise for the lateness of those ones. They were a bit later than usual, but things got very busy for me in my working life especially. So I do now hope to catch up with everything. As well as announce some good news as well very soon. Something I'm sure you guys should be interested in. No idea how big it will be, but I'm quite excited for it for sure. Seen a few like early previews of it and whatnot, and yeah, we'll see where it goes from there. We'll definitely see where it goes from there. Anyhow, we are now at 220 kilometres an hour. And thanks to AFB, the train will now stay at 120 kilometres an hour. There's no passenger service in front of us, like in front is a freighter, So it doesn't mean that also that there's no real chance of us having to stop for any services either in front of us. Here we go. Here we go, like I say. It's a beautiful looking route, this. It really is. Cars, do you drive by? No. Someone said there were sounds. Oh yeah, they kind of are. It's not the loudest in the world, but again, it's nice to see that the world environment is starting to come to life a bit now. Roads are populated, people do now drive and walk around, Very nice to see, Dovetail. Making progress. Have I played Trans-Pennine Express? Yes, I have. I'm doing a video every week on that. I think I did the third scenario recently. I should have uploaded the fourth one today, but because we're doing this stream today, I'll upload the mission 4 tomorrow. So yeah, stay tuned for that tomorrow. We'll do our next leg of the Northern Trans-Pennine. I've played all the Train Sim World DLCs I have now played, every single one of them. If you're looking for Train Sim Worlds, this is the channel to go for. I've got every route completed. Yeah, I've got every route. I've completed every scenario. And then Northern Trans-Pennine I'm almost finished on. I've got 2 more of those to go. So 2 or 3, something like that. And then this one, of course, will be starting again from next week. We're doing 1 scenario every single week. So slowing down now, since we are at a fairly twisty bit of the valley, and this loco, unlike the passenger one, doesn't quite have as isn't quite as capable of like tilting and twisting and whatnot, especially with unskilled cargo potential for that at the back. So you need to be careful. Have I seen the BOAC 747? I've seen images of it. I've not seen it in real life. But yes, I've seen images. I've seen videos of it flying as well. It's looking good. It's looking good. I wish I did a one for Imperial Airways as well, but the British Overseas Aeroplane Corporation, as they're known, also nicknamed as the Boeing Only Aviation Corporation, because they used to always go for Boeing aircraft and not Airbus when they were starting to become a thing, and BOAC was starting to become less of a thing. Yeah, it's a bit of history on that, and it does look good. It does look good. And so those aircraft will now keep those liveries until they retire. One retires next year, another retires in 2022, and one retires in 2024. Do you need explanation about the calendar? If you want to. I mean, I'm not exactly the most interested in it, if I'm totally honest with you, but if you want to explain, then go ahead. Go ahead. Speed's gone up now, so AFB up to 125, 130 even. In fact, we have to. There's a high speed point, so no need to slow down for these ones. And this point we shouldn't be taking because we're on a high speed line and not stopping for the passenger platform. The world's narrowest passenger platform, I must say. There is no room to walk here. In fact, right up until the no standing zone, which is where like, the train passing turbulence will blow. Sounds a bit off as well, for sure. Yeah, there you go, we've got a map here to discover later. Thank you for following Delano2202, much appreciated man, much appreciated. Do I play one of the subways? I've played 3 only. I've looked at 1, 2 and 4. 2 is the only one that really interests me because I have been on the U-Bahn as well in Berlin. But no, I have played one subways 3, and I actually did a series on that as well, way back in the day. I think it was like 2 years ago now. It was the first train simulator I played on this channel, so a bit of a throwback for that. But yeah, one of the subways 3 I have played. I do love it. It's probably my favourite train sim game. In fact, I own the box copy of it as well. Royal Subways, Volume 3, London Underground Simulator. Best train sim ever built, in my opinion. Nothing compares. Scenery-wise, it was a bit 50-50. I mean, some of the tunnel details weren't there, and Notting Hill Gate Station was backwards. But besides that, the C-Stock was amazing. It's a shame they never released the S-Stock DLC that everybody wanted. But, yeah, other than that, the C-Stock itself was modelled beautifully. There was no flaws with that train whatsoever. And overall, it really was just a really good route. It was just a really good route. So, yeah, very glad to have played that. The train passing on the left-hand side, Doppelstockwagen. Yeah, Royal Subways, very good sim. I do highly recommend it if you ever see it on sale or something. It's old, and trains don't run anymore. C and D stock no longer drive, but yeah, it's looking good. Right, alternative history. Canada is where the royal family fled after the Glorious Revolution. That's what game is that a reference to? Is that a reference to a game? I remember there is a game where they do talk about the Glorious Revolution. I don't know if you're referring to that same game though. I don't know. Hang on, it's gone so dark here all of a sudden. Right, so turn back my lights again. There we go. Not sure it got so dark here all of a sudden, but there we go. Right, 4 kilometers to go now. So we will need to start thinking about slowing down shortly before the end of the service. So we'll do then one more service. We can even do 2 actually. It's only 8 o'clock right now. It's been streaming for about an hour and a half, so my dash is very bright. So maybe need to lower the blinds. Just kind of no. Okay. My panel should not be looking like that. It should not be looking like that at all. Sun is behind me, I presume. Yes, it is. But obviously the shadow ain't quite working properly. I'll be sure to mention that to Pedals and later. You played World Subway 3, but I can't get the control straight. What do you mean I can't get the control straight? I mean, for me, it's probably one of the easiest train sims to even use. I mean, with the central line, the C stock you're driving, you set the reverser into forwards. There's no master or anything. You just set the reverser. You push down Dead Man's handle, put it back one position to turn the train on. And then, yeah, you got your brakes, and then you got your power. Yeah, so you just push it down, bring it one position to on, set the reverser to forwards, which is back 2 positions on the reverse handle, and then, yeah, pull the throttle backwards for power. So we will now start slowing down. We won't be quite going as fast as 160 or I think 140 was the highest speed of this train. Another bridge can pass by a station. Sound again is a bit crackly right now. Welcome Delano. How am I doing? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Back from work, giving a new train sim library to go. Looking good so far. How about you? You good, man? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the chat. Still no idea what that's referring to, but hey. Oh, there we go. That's the line I was looking at earlier. Massive bridge goes into 2 tunnels on the sides. I want to say, there you go. Use the things to climb it. But that does look like it's a high-speed line. passing there. High speed line, potentially for the ICE to cross over. That's what I'm guessing that track there is for. Anyhow, we need to start slowing down. It's about 30. Let's go to 40. And the train slowly control itself down to a lower speed. Because again, we are now within a kilometre of our final destination. Now, so if we just turn AFB off now, and the throttle goes back, brakes are full service. As long as we stop before the 600 meter red signal, we should be alright. We're using every single brake this train now has at hand to slow us down. That may not be enough though. No, it's not. Right? Oh no, that signal there. Okay, we may do this actually. It's a mod for Hearts of Iron 4 called Kaiserreich. So what do I think of the line? Not bad, not bad. I mean, I'm loving the scenery for it. Perfect braking. That was a thumbs up from me there. Achievement unlocks. MSB, welcome to main Spessart Bahn. Perfect braking from me there. Thumbs up. But what I think of the line, it's looking good. As I say, it's routes-wise, it's very similar to Routes Ignored, but when it comes to the scenery, probably the best-looking route out of them all so far. Mainly because they've had to get all the valleys done, all the the valleys. They've got the routes done, the scenery. There's a lot to look at. There's a lot to look at. Anyways, let's say we'll do one more service, maybe two more. I want to get that train working. The Doppelstockwagen rear. Yeah, done you. That's alright. The BR143. I don't understand that train. 185 we did. The 146. I don't know if you do any passenger services yourself. Oh yeah, you do. You do. Okay. So then in that case, we'll do a mid-stay. Yeah, we'll do a half route in this. And then we'll try the other one again later. Germany wins World War One. Britain and France become dystopian communists. Right. Okay. I enjoy Hearts of Iron, but I don't ever really look at the weirder mods out there. In fact, while we're waiting, let's have a look at that screenshot that I took earlier. Of course, my system's now going to freeze on me, because why wouldn't it? Now, give it a second, and then we'll get things going again. There we go. Sound of Life. Train Sim World is back. So, unlock the doors. Left-hand side even. There we go again. Right, I'll switch to forwards. There we go. Not a bad screenshot that. Switch to desktop. There we go. That's what I caught earlier. I ain't complaining for sure. And yeah, in a moment, that's how it goes. So reverse now forwards, passengers loading. If what I need to do in the last train was also just to move the reverse to the forward position, why did it not work last time? I'm going to look into that. Anyways, AFB will do in a moment. Train brakes are now released. They have been released already. So in case, I won't passengers to board, and then we are ready to depart. So we're actually at the bay platform right now. We're at the terminating platform here. Yeah, who remembers a time when Train Sim World had none of this going on? Passengers walking around, scenery bland, definitely gone somewhere, Train Sim World. I'm definitely glad to see it has done something right. We'll lock the doors now to make sure it's all locked, please. There we go, that's all locked, that's all locked. Right. That's AFB on the throttle up. AFB to full. Turn it on. There we go. Train on now command. Don't forget the course boards. Oh yes, the course boards. That is up here on destination set. Again, being the main feature of this new DLC release. So we can now finally set destination boards at the top of the train here. So they do decide to actually... Okay, so they do actually work, the sideboards. It was just in the first service so I chose not to appear. But if they do work, that's great. They're proper dot matrix displays as well. I do like that. Very good, very nice. Am I doing any streams tomorrow? Not a stream, no. I'll be uploading a Train Sim Mod video for the Northern Transpennine, but I won't be doing any live streams tomorrow, I'm afraid. Try to set my bandwidth a little bit, just keep this thing going. Yeah, the throttle up, go to high speed, 5.2 kilometers to Hosbach, which is the next station on the line. Needs to go now. Have a nice drive. No worries, man. No worries. I will hopefully see you again soon. Another live stream. It's good talking to you and learning about your dystopian future of Europe. Now, I'll probably look into it actually. I'll look into the name of it. So it says, when will the Northern Transpennine video be uploaded? It'll be uploaded at 7:30 PM tomorrow. 7:30 PM. Same time as all my uploads go. £7:30 PM actually UK time, Greenwich Mean Time, GMT. Actually, probably should make that short. I'm not quite sure where you may live. So trains now starting to speed through central Germany. Yeah, it's all looking good so far. It's all looking good. Kaiserreich. I'll look into that. I'll look into that. Yeah, some of the scenery, I will say, it does look. It looks fab. It looks fab. Can I go to the? Yeah, I don't. Oh yeah, I can do. Go to the co-driver seat here. Shutter control and then acknowledge as well. Gonna go way too far for the station, but we're braking like crazy right now. We are braking like never brakes before. Interesting how much the train actually makes it for this platform. I mean, we are right now way back in our seats, being pushed back by the brakes. The fact how we even made it here in the first place. Gosh. Right hand sides and unlock. Where's the unlock button? There. There it is. Cool. Passenger doors unlocked. Passengers, do your thing. In my case, now I want to recharge the brakes. There we go. And since we are on flat level ground, it shouldn't be a case of rolling. Yeah, you can open the windows. Both sides, you can open that. Doors as well, we can upload as well. Upload, open. Yeah, these trains generally are quite nice. They're very well detailed, very well built, especially for we've got Philantrop to Hagen, which does mean that the other service then as well, Ruriously Ignored, will have functioning displays as well, because they use the exact same setup, don't forget. So nice to see, nice to see. Right, lock the doors. AFB will max it. Throttle goes up. Get some speed in. And we'll stop you. AFB on. Oops. There we go. If you look on the right hand side of the track, you have these boards telling you that station is coming. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that in towards the next station for Laufach, because I do know with other services, other routes, it's a case of route knowledge. You have to kind of guess where the station is based on where you are. So, for example, Great Western Railway, Great Western Express, that route I generally know quite well because I've driven it so much, being my closest trains to world routes, but others not quite so. I'm not too good at figuring out where stations are. So yeah, it's nice to know that if this route has the boards coming up as well. We'll see how they look. We'll see how they look. Yeah, the one. Well, this is 185. Is this? This is a 148, sorry, 146 even. Yeah, this has pretty good acceleration and deceleration. Very nice train to operate that, I can't lie, it genuinely feels really good. It feels smooth, modern, responsive. I do like this. So border free tracks. Oh right, okay, yeah, all UK stations have that exactly the same. But they usually mean 100 yards, 200 yards, 300 yards in the UK. I presume it's 300 meters. Red signal. I am going to kill them. I'm going to get me passengers killed on board this train. So red signal coming up. We are not ready for it. Alright, slowly increase speed again. Let's get going. And then stop for the red signal. What's causing it, by the way? It is a freight train. Stops right at the start of the platform. So in a moment, hopefully you'll be able to move. What's stopping you? In fact, all trains seem to have stopped at the moment. This happened last time. This happened last time where trains just did not move. Again, everything seems stuck. There's a single loco there that's not moving either. I've got a feeling that if it's like last time, then I will not be able to move anymore because the train in front of me is stuck. And yeah, we're just gonna have to sit here forever. I don't quite know why you're being held. There is no reason for you being held. Next signal's red. There's no trains in that block. Signal after you is also red. There are no trains on this line. Right up to the very end of the service. No, nothing. There we go. You're the closest train. You're at least 10 kilometers ahead. Probably even more than that. Why aren't you moving? In fact, you're on a different platform in the first place. So why these are red? I'll never know. That signal's green. But that signal's red. The station's not too far away, so we'll use the free cam to kind of look at it a bit further. I love the route. Scenery is so good. Scenery looks fantastic. I won't take it away from that. Scenery on this route, it looks phenomenal. It's very nice to look at, very beautiful, very bright, very vibrant. It looks good. What I don't get, however, is the signalling. Something seems off right now, because this is the second passenger service where we're now at a gridlock situation and no one is going to move. It happened once, and fair enough, I'll assume that was like something I did wrong and that I couldn't get on the service. If it's happening twice, then I now have reasons to kind of believe otherwise. Yeah, brakes now released. You released. You are released. I mean, that's not going to do anything because you're still an AI controlled train. But it's just odd. If I turn on the safety systems, yes I have, and it told me that there's no route available. Despite the fact that there is a route available, and they're quite easy to get there without needing to change. What is behind me? Pantograph, that's fine. No, that's fine as well. Tail lights, that's fine. Parking brake, battery. What's down here for me to mess with? AFB is on. Console lights, console dimmer. Turn on safety systems. No idea what that means, but hey. Yeah. Can you try tab it? Yeah, I've done. It's another case where the signalling just seems off. We'll try one more run. If it has the same issue, then yeah, something isn't right. Something isn't right. Maybe the train's broken down. I wouldn't be that case. Not in train sim mods. The AI trains, I'm afraid, don't break down. This one held down. This one, this service held down in the 776 Doppelstockwagen. The 146 was held. The freight service you completed. We'll try the 143 again. Train that earlier on, I just couldn't figure out, basically. We'll try to set some of the weather as well, just going to give us something to look at. We'll go for a full-length service, midday, and yeah, hope for the best, basically. Again, it just seems odd that two services would have the same issue. Right, so reverser, forward, power in the train, right hand side doors open. Why won't the doors open? Is my question from last time. They should. That's how it works with every other loco. But for this one, it seems to be different. That's like we don't need. Running program, conditional run. Yeah, conditional run is fine. Traction brake program, traction brake. That's the safety systems. Passenger doors, that should open them all, but again it won't. For reasons I don't have any explanation of. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it's not the overhead things set. Cab lights fine. Alright, I'll try to close the doors now. Had the same problem when Wondrous Ignored came out. The thing is, I don't see... I mean, Wondrous Ignored, that one was simple to get going. I mean, even use the tab switches, lock right, even that won't do it. Because the train physically doesn't know what it needs to do. Pantograph raised. Yes, pantograph is raised. At least it should be. Let's go to pantograph switch. Pantographs are back, sorry. Alright, which one's pantograph? Yeah, pantograph rear. Battery on. Something fine. Cab lights. Yeah, pantograph rise. Off, on. Yeah, train is powered 100%. That is something I cannot deny. Can I show you inside the train? Yeah, go for it. I mean, look inside. Double stock wagon. Very nice train to look at. Especially in the upper deck as well. No complaints in that regard, but for some reason, yeah, this is the quiet area. And you've got the main bit down here. It's a very nice train to look at. But for some reason, well, I can barely get working at the moment. We'll see. We'll see. Go to the rear cab, see if there's anything set up on that end wrong. If not, then yeah, I really don't know what to say really. Other than this train is not quite working as it should. Yeah, brake key stays off since we're not controlling it from this end. But all power. We have power in this cab. I'll set that to reverse and see what happens. Let's also control the doors. So, left side. So that'll do it. Or maybe not. Oh yeah, doesn't it? Right, unlock left. Right, let's see what happens by setting this, okay, I'll walk through the loco. Well, I don't type, because I have to be opening every single door on the way through, which is, a long process. Control panel, to make sure the lights are all set as well, so, coach lights pressed. Formation lights pressed, that's all fine. Yeah, why? Because I have to open up every single door as I walk through. That's just a long process. There we go. And there we go. Now driver end. On the board. Close that. Sit down. Right. Right hand side. Left thrust right. Close. Nothing. Honestly, I don't know. Because the doors are open. This train, not exactly move either. At least they shut automatically. What do you mean by they shut automatically? I mean, according to this switch, nothing's happening. Well, a few things to report stuffed out, that is for sure. Try and fix things up. But I think if I can't get train going, then yeah, I'm gonna have to unfortunately end the live stream here. So about the route itself, I mean, it looks good. I can't deny that, and I don't think you guys can either. Strassenberg looks beautiful. It really does. Doors when you're walking through compartments. Oh right, do they? Yeah, they do apparently. Fair enough. Yeah, it looks fantastic. It really does. In fact, it's just a shame that I can't figure out how to drive the trains of this one. Maybe it's my fault. Maybe it is just my fault. I'm not a part of the sim. But something just doesn't feel right with the scenarios just yet. And I'm going to make sure that I let somebody know. I've got contacts with Matt. I've got contacts with Martin. I've got contact with a few guys over in Dovetail Games. But something just does not feel right. And I'm sure, give it a week, give it even till tomorrow when they come back into the office again, I'll fix all the bugs. But right now, Thursday evening on February 21st, 2019, we'll see how it goes. Next week, maybe I'll even do like another live stream or something. Maybe I'll like redo this stream, kind of just give it another proper go. But as it stands, it looks good. And the few scenarios where I did get train working, it's felt good as well. It really has felt good. But if I can't get the train moving, then nothing I can really do about that. So, yeah, hope you guys have enjoyed the live stream. Do leave a like if you did, do subscribe, do support the channel out as well. And, yeah, thank you guys very much for those who subscribed. Thank you very much for the donation as well earlier on. Much appreciated, Owen. And, yeah, that's about it from me today. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.